Hi, how is it, everybody? Like to welcome you all to the new year. I just thought I should record this video and send it out to some of you out there that want to start 2015 with a bang. And I figured, what would be the best topic to talk about today, now that it's January of a new year? And I realized that, as I was going through my Facebook line, a lot of people are talking about how they're making resolutions, and I thought to myself, wow, I think that would be a good topic to talk about, because everybody it's about resolutions. I want to change this, I want to have that, or something has been going on in your life and it should have stopped a long time ago, and you've been looking for some reason to sort of change it. And the one thing about the calendar is that it gives us new hope. It provides us an opportunity to start anew on a fresh goal, and get to achieve the things that we had perhaps long set out to achieve, or we know we should have let go of, like bad habits, something like smoking cigarettes or drinking, or just a habit that you've gotten into that you should have changed it a long time ago, and you've sort of been hoping for something to happen. And when the new year starts, it sort of provides you with an opportunity to say, hey, I can start this year with a bang. I can start this year and actually manifest or let go of those bad behaviors and start producing new results that would actually help me get to where I want to get. And that's a good goal. That's a good goal. I mean, I have nothing absolutely wrong against resolutions, but what I've noticed is that a lot of people make resolutions, but really resolutions are just their wishes, aren't they? People make resolutions and they wish that that's what it will all come together to, that somehow what this thing that they want, or this thing that they want to let go, will eventually just happen. And they're not really emotionally invested into the thing. They just say, I really want to quit. I want to quit smoking, or I want to quit drinking, and they don't really have a reason why. They don't really invest their emotions into making that decision. And people act consistent with who they think who they say they are. I mean, for example, if you say, I want to quit smoking, but I've been a smoker all my life, it's just a matter of time before you're going back, because that's who you believe you are. You just don't see yourself being any different. If you say, I want to stop drinking, and really you say, oh man, I just don't know what I'll be doing on a Friday night, because that's what I usually do, and that's who really I am. I know it's just a matter of time before you're back touching that bottle again. Why? Because that's who you believe you are, and therefore you do not see yourself being any other how. So, when you make a decision, when you make a resolution, which is really to resolve, and once you resolve, you say that's it. It's like when I made the decision that I was going to start exercising, something within me pushed me and said, I have been contemplating about it. I've been saying to myself, I really need to start exercising. I gotta get my health in order. I need to really start taking care of my body. And I have been talking about it for some time, which is more like what people do when they make resolutions. They just keep talking about them, but they never really commit themselves to making the decision and sticking to it. So when you make a resolution, is when you resolve, when you get to that tipping point where you just say, what, enough is enough. If you have ever smoked cigarettes, you know what it's like. When something happened and you just said to yourself, what, enough is enough. I'm not going to do that, and you've never went back. Why? What is it? Something pushed you to do that. What is that thing? And obviously, the reason why resolutions do not work for most people is because it never gets to that point where it hurts so bad, or it pains them so bad, or they really, really desire this thing so bad that they just forget everything else and focus on that one thing. And once you don't focus on what you want, it is just a wish, honestly. And let me tell you something, it's not a resolution until you commit yourself to it. It's a wish. I mean, how many people wish that things will get together? How many people wish that they will stop doing something? How many people wish that this is what they will focus their lives on? How many people wish that they could stop doing some things? But when they don't commit themselves to the thing, it just becomes a wish, right? Because when you commit yourself and you say, that's it, and there's no looking back. You say, this is what is going to happen. I don't care what it takes. I don't know who says what. I don't care anything that happens. I'm going to make this thing happen. And the most funny thing about resolutions is this. By statistics have proven that by January 15th is the cutoff zone. That most people have already forgotten about their resolutions. They just make it, and they never really go back and reflect on it every single day to make sure that what they resolved at the beginning of the year continues on. And they sort of just forget about it, and they only realize it once they broke their resolutions, and they're like, anyway, it's okay, because they're not so disappointed, because they're sick and tired of making resolutions every year, because how many people make resolutions every year? And they don't really commit themselves. They don't really put their emotions into it. Why? Because they've been disappointing themselves for so much that why would you want to do that? Why would you want to take yourself throughout that whole emotional process where you get so much disappointed every single time? So they're sick and tired of disappointing themselves. They don't really invest much emotion into the decision, so that when they don't really come through, they don't follow through on their resolutions, it doesn't really hurt that bad. Right? So here's the situation. If you really want to make a resolution, if you really want to resolve to do something, so number one, you gotta have reasons. Why do you want to do this? It can be bad, it can be negative reasons or positive reasons. It could be, if I don't start exercising, if I don't quit smoking, if I don't stop drinking, this is what will happen in my life. I'm gonna be sick. Or it could be that, wow, I really want to look good. I want to stand in front of the mirror and be like, yeah, I look good. It can be something like that I want to feel physically well. I really want to look at myself and feel like, wow, I feel amazing. It could be negative or positive, but either way, it has to be something that you feel every single day. It has to be something that you commit yourself to every single day. And when you do that, when you have reasons and you make them compelling, and when you make compelling reasons, it means there's no other way to look at your situation but the way that you chose to. And once you make the decision, once you cut off every single thing, they say if you want to take the island, what do? You burn your boats. Why? Because once you burn the boats, there's no going back. You got to make it work where you are. But most people have always that option. They open up that option to go back. And that's what really kills their resolution. So what I'm saying to you is this. You want to make a resolution, fine. First of all, decide what you want to make a resolution. Decide what you want to change in your life. Secondly, invest your emotions to it. Look at it every single day and say, how am I doing with this resolution that I've made? Am I living up to it? What can I do to make a stronger commitment to it? Number three, you gotta have reasons. You gotta have reasons that will pull you. Because you can push yourself to do something, but it's only a matter of time before you get tired of doing that. You know what I mean? When I started exercising, I had to push myself in the beginning, but it got to the point where my push became now a pull. It was like when I didn't exercise, my body would speak to me. I couldn't wait to get home in some instances and get on the road. Why? Because now it had become something of a habit. It had become a new habit in my life, and it was starting to now pull me to get home, to change and hit the streets. So what am I saying? I'm saying that if you're really going to make a resolution, number one, you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got to say, you know what, enough is enough. You got to look at what you want. You got to have a vision of who you want to become, of the life that you want to have. You got to have a vision of the things that you want to, pursue and have them. And once you have that vision, now you got to find out what you need to do in the process to make sure that you fill that gap between your vision and your decision that you're making with that. They say, from the time you make a decision to the time you start working on it will determine how long it will take for you to become successful. So a lot of people make decisions, a lot of people make resolutions, but it's the ones that commit themselves, the ones that make the decisions and stick to them and work on them every single day to make sure they become a reality. Those are the people that actually come through in life. And those are the people that we look up to and wonder, how did you make it? Well, really, it's just that they had the willpower. They had the desire, something burning inside of them that told them that something has got to change. And when they felt that thing, they did not ignore it or surpass it by believing that who they've always been is who they will always be. And they had a new vision about who they can be, and they made the decision based on what the life they want to design for themselves going forward. So if you want a new life, if you want to make new decisions, if you want to accomplish new things in your life, really you gotta get sick and tired and when you get sick and tired of losing, and when you get sick and tired of a bad habit, then you create an image of who you want to see yourself become, and you live into that image every single day. But it really takes you committing yourself to making that thing become a reality every single day. So I hope this video is going to be helpful for some of you. I hope that you're going to be grateful for what I shared here, and some of you are gonna take what I said and apply it in your lives, because I've watched my whole life change. I mean, I've changed so many things about myself, and they are not just resolutions. This is a new lifestyle. This is who I am now, and this is because of the result of the things that I have felt in the past that I do not want to continue to feel. This is because of the things that I used to do in the past that I did not want to continue to have in my life. And I made the decisions, and I've never looked back. My whole life has never been the same. So what I'm saying to you is, make the decision, stick to it, commit yourself to it, have compelling reasons that will drag you. And number one, you gotta have that burning desire to make your life change. So I hope this video helps you in any form, shape, or way. And good luck in your 2015, and hope you will achieve all the goals that you really wanted to achieve. Cheers.